I love healthy recipes, so when I saw this one on my friend Tiffany's website, I knew I had to try it. This is an Asian slaw with ginger peanut dressing. It's so fresh, healthy, has all the right textures. Let's take a look. To make the salad dressing in the electric twist and shop, we start first with some honey. If you don't want to use honey, you can use something like maple syrup or agave if you want to, but I'm gonna follow this recipe because it's really clean and it looks delicious. All right, we'll add a tablespoon of peanut butter. Now this is peanut butter that I made myself in the deluxe cooking blender. I only put dry roasted unsalted nuts and a half a teaspoon of sea salt into my peanut butter, so there's no added sugars there at all. We'll add some garlic. Now my garlic cloves were big, so I went ahead and just sliced it in half. You can press your garlic right through the garlic press without peeling it. Do you have this tool already? It was one of my first purchases as a Pampered Chef, well, before I was a consultant, before I even hosted my own party, and it's still one of my favorites. Okay, and we're gonna use some olive oil. If you prefer, you can use avocado oil. You just wanna use something that's neutral in flavor. And this is rice vinegar. So we need a 1/4 cup of that. You can find rice vinegar in the Asian food section of your grocery store. It's very, very easy to find. And then we'll use a tablespoon of coconut aminos. Coconut aminos are great because they are gluten-free. They don't have any soy in them. And so I always have this on hand. And when a recipe calls for soy sauce, a lot of times I'll use this instead. We'll use some sesame oil. Now, sesame oil can sometimes be a little bit controversial as far as whether or not you should cook with it. This is a dressing. We're not cooking with it. So I'm gonna use the teaspoon. I do love it because it is so flavorful and you don't need very much to pack the flavor from that. We'll add some sea salt, about a half a teaspoon. If you like a little bit of heat, you're gonna add some sriracha. I'm gonna just put in a half a teaspoon for our taste. Fresh ginger is the secret to a lot of recipes that are Asian. So here's my tip for you. Store your ginger in a freezer bag in the freezer, and when you need some, you're simply going to grate exactly the amount that you need. It grates really beautifully when it's frozen. This is our adjustable zester, and I like to use it like this. And you are just going to grate it. It looks really fluffy when it's frozen. So once I've got a pile, I like to go ahead and measure it because you'll think that you have way more than you should. And oftentimes when you measure it, you need a little extra. When you do store your ginger root and you bring it home from the store, just wipe it off so it's clean. I don't even peel it. It's not necessary. It's grated so finely. Use the flat side of a butter knife. Do you see how I had a big pile here? And when I put it into my spoon, it's only about halfway full. You really have to measure this stuff. All right, we'll add this in here. Ginger, by the way, is really good for digestion. So, you know, think about ginger ale, ginger tea. It's so good for you. What you'll notice is this post moves up and down, so it gets it all nice and evenly chopped if you're mincing, or mixed in this case. Let's take a look. Perfectly combined. Taste it. Oh, that is so yummy. This is going to be perfect for our salad. This is the pivoting peeler. It's called pivoting because you can adjust which direction is most comfortable for you. Here's the thing that I love best about this. You just rub it back and forth. I'm just twirling it from the end here. And it does such a great job with little effort. I love using it on sweet potatoes and butternut squash. It works on your kiwi fruits and mangoes. It's a fantastic peeler. To take the core out of your red pepper, just take your thumb and pop it straight in there, break it open, and you'll find your core is all intact. You haven't wasted anything. I'll show you the back of the Rapid Prep mandolin if you haven't seen this before. There are 2 dials. One, you adjust if you want a full slice, julienne, or a French fry cut. And then this will be your thickness from 1 to 8. And 8 would give you a 1/4 inch. I want these to be really small, so I'm gonna put it on the 2, and I'm gonna put it on the julienne cut because that's what we're gonna do for our carrots. Now, when you're cleaning this, put the top on the full slice and the bottom on the thickest slice, and it will open it up very wide. You'll just attach everything. I'll just put this here for now. Feed this through. Slide the little protective cover here. Add this guy, pull this up, attach. This is the safest mandolin you will ever use. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut my carrots into smaller pieces, and then I wanna lay them kind of flat this way so I get those longer julienne cut. It'll be sort of like grating it, but way easier. Wait until you see this. Okay, all the action is here. So when you turn, you're gonna see they're all shooting out the back. Now, if you want your slices to be thicker, just adjust the dial. I want them to be julienne, so this is just perfect for our salad. Now for the red pepper, I want them to be wider, so I'm gonna use the French fry cut for this one. And I'll make it a little bit thicker. Just feed it through. And again, adjust the thickness based on your taste. Here's what these will look like. So my carrots are in here. We'll add those red peppers. You can use either a coleslaw mix, you can slice them like the cabbage yourself, or go with a broccoli slaw, which is what I picked because it's more nutritious. So I am using a pre-bagged one, but if you've got some broccoli stems, all you need to do is take that pivoting peeler, peel off the outer edges, and then you can run it right through your rapid prep mandolin on the julienne setting and get the same thing. Okay, anytime you can process those vegetables yourself, it will save you money. I've got 2 scallions here. These are also called green onion. And then for the protein, we have some edamame. Have you had that before? I love it. A lot of times you can buy it in pods. They're fun for appetizers, but for a recipe like this, get it already shelled. It will save you so much time. I actually steamed this in the microwave for about 3 minutes. And we need about a cup. This has about a cup and a half. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. That looks about right. I'm using fresh cilantro today. Now, the stems taste just like the leaves, okay? You do not have to avoid them. So what I like to do is hold the bunch of the stem and then just cut that part of it off and then compost that. But for the rest of it, I'm just gonna chop it all up. Now, if you're one of those people where cilantro tastes like soap, of course skip it, unless you like the flavor of soap, which I'm sure you don't. You could use some fresh parsley if you want to, or skip it entirely. I personally love the flavor of cilantro, but I didn't when I first tried it. So if you haven't been a fan of cilantro, maybe just give yourself a chance to try it again and see if your palate kind of, if it grows on you, you know? You might try that. We'll add that right to the bowl too. Okay, now let's add all that yummy dressing. I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. This is perfect to take to a picnic or a barbecue for a light summer meal. That edamame is your protein. So technically this is a main dish salad, but if your family really loves to have some meat on the side, you can absolutely do that. I think a grilled meat would go really well with it. Maybe some air fryer salmon or grilled chicken. And then if you want to make this up ahead of time, it'll last for a couple of days. I am going to garnish with peanuts, but I don't add them at this point because I want those to stay nice and crunchy to add that good texture. Finally, to chop the peanuts, I like to turn my food chopper upside down, add your cap, and then chop it coarsely. We don't want these to be too fine. That's enough. Then you're gonna hold the collar, twist off the top, and then hook your pinky underneath here to support it. And you can easily pour it into your recipes or into a bowl so everybody can sprinkle some on theirs when they're ready. The food chopper is a classic from Pampered Chef, and if you haven't seen this before, every time you hit the top, those blades rotate, which is why it's so wonderful on things like nuts or carrots or anything that you want to chop. When you're ready to dish it up, just pile it into your bowl. I think you are really going to love the textures of this, the crunchy vegetables, and there's something about Asian dressings. It's one of my favorites. If it's got fresh ginger in it, I know that I'm going to love it. We'll add that little sprinkle of nuts over the top, and there we go. Doesn't that look great? I hope you'll give this a try.